Today I am joined by Prospect, who together we were the sort of behind the scenes force of New Game Plus as it ran for numerous years and now involved together making this board game show. And while we're having a talk, we're going to play a little bit of a board game because we like board games. And this is Royal Visit, which is a two-player sort of tug-of-war game using cards. We try to corral our the king into our chateau. It's a sort of fun, quick game. Hopefully it's not too distracting as we talk about the history of the show. I'm going to kick us off, but Prospect, when we started, so we were obviously, it was level 3, and then everyone pretty much was like, no, let's make New Game Plus. What were your experiences when we started?
What, as New Game Plus? Or
as New Game Plus.
Started as New Game Plus. Well, obviously, look, as much as we did make the decision to move away from level 3, we did take a lot from level 3. But there was definitely a feeling of let's do it better. Let's be more let's be more good at beating Liam at board games. Hang on. Let's be more organised. Let's be more professional. Let's get better content. Let's get it more regular content. Let's get better quality content. So that's really what drove us as I play this Joker to try and move this guy back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, this is the sort of tug of war that we're talking about. As you sort of choose which character you sort of move and play cards. We also picked this game because it wasn't too mentally complicated, which some games are, and we're still getting distracted. Well, I remember when we started off. It was. I was editing the first couple of episodes where you were doing all the graphics, which is sort of a challenge in itself as we're sort of coming up with new things. Even if we had sort of an idea of what we're doing, it's still fresh and exciting and challenging. But then we had a studio, which was a house, which we were able to use a couple of rooms of, and we had 2 editing setups, like 2 computers set up, and we'd come in days, and this needs to be, I've done the edit, can you make it pretty? And then we'd sort of go back and forwards, which was fun. And also now we're going to literally go back and forwards as I move the wizard.
Oh, well segued, Liam. Well segued. Oh, man.
That's 3.
But still no points for you, I'm afraid.
No.
But yes, I do remember that original editing den and that original edits. Many a night spent there late into the night. And that was back in the days when we were submitting to C31 via DVD. So apart from all the additional process we had to do, filming, editing, capturing, whatever, we also had to do DVD mastering and get a whole big pile of DVDs. And at the end of the night was always, I'm done. Now I have to wait half an hour for this to master and burn onto a DVD before I drive into C31 at 2 a.m. in the morning to submit it the week before, definitely not the night before.
I think that was the sort of what was in those early days, that there was certainly, we're all really excited to try something new and sort of improve on what we'd already done. And so there was a lot of, okay, we're going to try this, we're going to try this. So, what if we had...
I'm moving the card.
Yeah, okay.
Nice. 2, and the key.
Yeah. And so there was a sort of, it's all new, it's exciting. And so that lasted for a while. We're trying different things. I know for me, I really enjoyed the idea of I was listening to a podcast called Seen Unseen, where one person hadn't seen the movie and they were trying to be convinced or turned away, and so that turned into Would Timmy Play It, which was fun, except for the fact that Tim
would not play it.
Yeah, because everyone else loves JRPGs and random stuff, and he's like, no, I like WoW, and I like this first-person shooter, and I like this racing game, and I don't want to play any other games.
So what, we shot, what do you reckon, about 120 Would Timmy players?
Yeah, like 50 he said he would play.
Yeah, the hit rate was about 5%, if that. Yeah, poor Tim. Man.
I'm gonna move the wizard again.
So moving the wizard.
So he's now in my chateau, so I'm going to get a point there.
Oh, well, good for you.
Some of my sort of ideas or stuff that I've worked on, I've enjoyed, but they haven't necessarily, either they haven't worked out completely, or they haven't been as long-lived as I'd liked. And I've also personally got a bunch of creative projects that have fallen to the wayside, as I'm sure a lot of people have. But one thing I really enjoyed is graphic content, which is the comic one, getting Ben Michael Byrne and Beeves from Gifts for the Geek, but also doing, with Alice, doing the Magic segment, Planeswalker Plus. And that was another one of, Scene Unseen became we play it. That was me trying to do the classic Warhammer article, Tale of Four Gamers.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But it didn't quite pan out as I would have liked in the Magic side of it. But we still ended up working with Alice, you know, being friends with her.
Yeah,
But like for years doing Magic segments, which have been fun.
And the Magic sessions were really good. They were almost entirely your initiative and your drive and your project, and it was really fun seeing them evolve, because we did that first one, which was the Four Friends idea. Oh, there goes the Joker. Oh my.
This is the thing. I've got I'll reveal it, but I've got a 3, but I can't play because there's only 2 spots left. Which is the sort of trickiness of
Victory
this.
for Prospect.
Well, it's no points for me is the issue.
Yeah. That's what I said.
That's right. Well, then I'll draw a card.
Yeah, it was that. It was that idea of copying the sort of
inspired.
And taking inspiration from the Four Friends idea. And the first episode we did of that fit it perfectly. And then we found, not available. This in, person out. And as the episodes went along, and as the series went along, that show evolved more than any other show or segment on New Game Plus. Planeswalker Plus has had the most evolution from format to format as it's gone through. Meanwhile, I'm going to move the court up one space.
Okay. But that's the other thing it's done as well is that we filmed at events. You get a thing because the court's on your side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you drag the inputs over.
Doesn't count the wizard or the yep.
Yeah. It's also been a lot of fun to do. You would while we're travelled, we're filmed, so we've all talked about having gone to E3 and gone to Tokyo Game Show. But even just like local events,
we'll go 1, 2. We'll go 1, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Wish wins you the game.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Quick, cut to camera 1. Champion!
Now that's been us playing Raw Visit, and unfortunately Prospect won. But more importantly than that was us sort of talking and reminiscing about the early days of making New Game Plus from behind the camera.
I remember things.
Yeah.
Yeah.